That one. Good evening, guys. I'm Nick. I'm from Metal Temple, and I'm here with
Eric Friedman from Tremonti.
Excellent. So how's it going?
It's going awesome, man. We're just here in London. Just really excited for this show. We've been talking about this one for a while.
Okay. I mean, how you've been on the road for a while? I mean, how's the tour been?
It's been good. We definitely things, are picking up, a little bit since the last time we were here. So it's always exciting to see more people coming out to the show. So it's very satisfying that way.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming down on the tube, and it's an hour and a half before the show, 2 hours before the show, and there was a queue round the corner onto the
cool.
venue already starting, so
Sweet.
that's quite good. I mean, it was the album Cauterize that was released start this year, was it January, February?
June, yeah.
June, okay.
Early June.
Early June.
It's hard to believe it was that long ago, but we've just been hitting it as hard as we can, trying to play as many shows and help spread the word. And the fans who have known the band since the first record seem to really like it a lot, and as well as some of the new fans. So
yeah, I mean, I've seen it sort of fairly high up on sort of my own, and then lots of other sort of reviewers' top 10 lists.
Oh,
I mean, it must be.
Man. It's an honor.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, reading about your playing in particular, as you seem to come from a much more sort of bluesy background.
Yeah, definitely.
And then sort of Mark's with the much sort of heavier stuff. I mean, you can talk about the way the two playing styles.
Yeah. I started out playing the blues. It was just kind of what I gravitated to. I love it. I love the feel and the emotion-based playing. More from a melodic standpoint. As opposed to how fast can you play kind of thing, right? Which I also do have a very much appreciation for. So, I love watching guys like Mark play and stuff, and I learn a lot from him. And it's nice to have two different guys, in a band like that, because it just makes it more three-dimensional, I think, as opposed to having two of the same thing. It just covers more ground.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been fun, man, because I like playing blues over metal. I don't know, it's cool. It's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, so can you tell how sort of blues player ends up with sort of more of a metal?
Well, I was in a metal band called the Daughters of Mara. We were on Virgin Records a couple of years ago, and I love metal as well. I don't really listen to it that much. Like if I'm driving in the car, I usually listen to jazz.
No, nothing wrong with it. I'm a jazz player.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
Sax player. So
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I love. That's the kind of music I like to listen to. But years ago it was all metal, as heavy as can be, which I still love. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter now, so we usually end up listening to pop or Taylor Swift. But it's all good. I love everything. I love all kinds of music as long as it's done well, and I love things that are tasteful. Yeah.
So you've never been tempted to try and slip in some of the jazz or pop licks and riffs into any of the stuff you're doing on stage with?
Sometimes we have open jams, so where we kind of just all the solos I play on stage with Tremonti. There's similar things about other solos that I've done with them, but it's usually all just improv. So, one night it could really, really suck, and one night it could be really good. But, that's, I think, leaving that open and leaving those spaces blank every night makes it, really fun.
I mean, do you prefer to improvise things like that, or do you ever sit and write down the solos and work them out meticulously like some guys do?
I love to just fly by the feel, I'm not a big theory guy. I don't know tons of scales like Mark. My approach to the guitar is all just from ear.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything that I'm playing or doing on the guitar at, sporadic moment is all stuff that I'm singing in my head.
Okay.
And I just already know what the note is going to sound like on the guitar before I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just doing it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there'll be solos on the record. Were they all improvised? The solo sections that you have on the record. So
yeah, I have written a couple solos, but I do piece by piece, little sections. But for the most part, actually on this record, it was all just sporadic stuff. We're in the studio with Elvis, and he's like, I know how you are as a player. He's like, I don't want you to write. I want you to just sit down and get a badass tone, and then just let it fly,
Yeah.
So in the very first track, Radical Change, it's kind of funny, but I play the first solo on the record, and it's all made up,
Okay.
I usually just end up bending whole steps.
Wider the band, you can get. Yeah, I mean, so was it? work with producing myself. It's like, yeah, improvise 3 or 4 takes, and we'll cut and paste solos. I mean, was it like that?
Part you like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, that was a really good bit, and then the next bit was a really good bit. Didn't like that from this take, but that bit was good from the other take, so we'll slot that in here. I mean, was it like that, or was it just from A to B straight through?
Yeah, it's pretty much straight through. Or maybe, you know, if you get like, you know, 3/4 the way through, and then you botched up the end lick, you know, okay, let's get that end lick again, okay, and then do that. But I mean, it was pretty much just us sitting in a room and me playing through the part, and then actually I think Garrett, our drummer, was on the couch behind us, and I did something, and he's like, oh, that was awesome, and that's what we kept.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, you know, you're really busy. I mean, you tour with Tremonti, you do bits and pieces with Creed. Have you got any other projects sort of in the works, on the go, or things that you're looking at putting together?
Definitely. I'm working on something right now with Wolfgang Van Halen. We both live in LA, so we've always just kind of hung out and jammed together. We'd be watching the Kings game, and someone has an acoustic in their hands, and we'd write, oh, that's a cool lick, you know. But we've been doing some recording out in LA, and you know, hopefully something will happen with that next year. But Garrett and I have done another project with Elvis, with a girl named Melissa Bernos, which has been out on Octane on satellite radio. But yeah, we just try to work as much as we can, man. I mean, we're musicians, you know, just like plumbers, you get a call to go fix someone's pipe. You know, you can't just tie yourself down to one thing. You know, everyone's doing a bunch of stuff, and that's the beauty of it, I think, playing with different people.
Just see the wider spread of things that you've done in the past. So, you know, you've been on the road for a while. You get what's next for you, so Tremonti as a group, and what's next for you personally as well.
Well, when we did the album, you know, everyone knows Cauterize, which has come out with 10 songs on it. We actually recorded 20 songs. Okay. So we basically picked 10 songs to release first, and then we have another 10 songs that we're going to release, I think, in April. That's the tentative talk time right now. But we have another album called Dust that's in our back pocket, mastered, mixed, ready to go. Okay. And we're really proud of it as well. It's not necessarily any better or worse than Cauterize. It's just different. You know, there's a lot of juggernauts on the Dust record that people haven't heard, so they'd really like that. And we're talking about maybe going out in the summer and doing some of the festivals here in Europe. So we're really excited about doing that. We did download last time, and it was awesome.
Wicked, man.
Yeah.
Never quite got to download myself. I've always been
doing
my own things. So, right. I mean, I'm always Rick is. I'm a musician with Tyson playing with guitar, so I'm always reading and all these things about Mark's love of sort of doing slightly more interesting and unusual tunings with the guitar. I mean, has that affect what you do with your playing? And did you have to sort of almost relearn how to do things on the guitar yourself as well?
No, I mean, I always try to keep an open mind, you know, and I think what he's doing, you know, on changing the tunings a lot, I think it's cool, you know, and I, you know, as a comrade guitar player in his band, I think it would be stupid if I didn't embrace it. No. You know what I mean? So I find it fun to just work with it. Yeah. So I think some of the songs where Mark plays open tuning, I'm actually not. Okay. So like in Providence, one of the new songs on the new record, he's an open tuning and I'm not. Yeah. So
were there any of those sort of times when you needed to be in the open tuning as well, and you were there, sort of, you might have sort of had it taken it? Was there anything that might have taken a little while to get your head round?
Yeah. A lot of the stuff I do with Tremonti is like color parts and texture parts. So a lot of it's like, you know, octaves or, you know, single note stuff with delay or some atmosphere or, you know, like a modulator pedal or something like that. You know, other than like holding down the main rhythms for him while he's got to sing a verse or something like that. So it's kind of like tag team, you know.
One's tapping in, one's tapping out.
Yeah.
Cool. So, right, it's middle of December now. What's on your Christmas list?
Oh, man, I haven't even thought about myself. I just got to, I have a little 2.5-year-old girl at home and a girlfriend at the house, and we get home on the 21st, so all I can think about is getting out there and going shopping as I'm trying to fight the jet lag.
Fair enough. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I mean, thank you very much, man. It's been great talking to you.
No problem. Thanks, man.